Hello, hello. I don't usually do this on YouTube going live while I'm walking, but I needed to answer this question. I received an email yesterday, at least I opened it yesterday and read it yesterday, and we'll just call this person Laura. And the question was, how do you move forward into a new relationship after having been widowed? In other words, your husband has died and you don't have the desire to eliminate the memory of your deceased husband. I take it that he was a great husband, apparently, but yet you feel like you want to move forward in life and in a new relationship without having to forget about your former or your deceased husband. And nor do you need, I'm just trying to remember it because I don't have it in front of me, nor do you need a father for your kids, just a great leader and example for them. I think that's a great question. That's why I wanted to answer it. It's so out of the mix of the majority of the questions I get. The majority of the questions I get, I usually answer almost on an everyday basis, but this speaks to a different dynamic. Well, when you, as I pondered your question, there should be no reason for you to have to even think about forgetting your deceased husband. The only kind of man that would put any kind of direct or indirect demand on you to forget your deceased husband would be a manipulative man. Some would say probably a narcissist, somebody that has to be the center of attention. But any well-adjusted, mature man would understand that the memory of your husband is something that would be sacred to you for the rest of your life. And he should be mature enough to even celebrate that gentleman with you. But to move forward does not mean that you have to eliminate your foundation. One does not X out the other. To have a new relationship simply means that you start afresh on a whole different foundation, remembering where you've come from, but now establishing a foundation for where you're going. It is the memory of your husband that provides you with the foundation for being the woman that you are today, that this next gentleman would be attracted to. And so any man that would put a pressure on you to forget or to eliminate the memory of your ex-husband is probably not the man for you. But one does not have to X out the other. You simply start a new chapter of your life, celebrating what has been, but moving forward into what will be. And I like what you asked about, or the statement you made actually about, he doesn't have to be, you're not looking for a father for your children, you're just looking for someone that would be a good example and a leader. And I think that's important. The fact that you have the well-being of your children in mind, because too many people enter into relationships with no real concern for the well-being or how it's going to impact their kids. And no mother or father should enter into any relationship that would not be helpful or healthy for their children. So I believe that you're right on target. You don't have to eliminate the memories that would make you dysfunctional, especially when those memories are great, good memories, and you had a wonderful husband, and you don't enter into a new relationship with the idea that you're going to make the new man who or what your husband was, because he won't be. He'll be his own unique self, which speaks to something I was thinking, and I'm glad I thought of it. It just represents a new normal. You know, you enter into a relationship with another person, the challenge is going to be that your mind is going to want to constantly revert back to your default, which is the memory of your husband. But you can't allow that to happen, because it would be unproductive for you, and it would be unfair to him. What has to happen now is you have to accept and embrace a new normal. This next relationship will be different in a lot of ways, and you have to give room for that. And you can't judge the next man based on the standards that your deceased husband laid down. Of course, there's some basic standards that should be maintained by any man. He should respect you. He should be kind and gentle towards you. He should be non-threatening. He should be supportive financially and otherwise. All of those things are basic things that any man that you would entertain should possess. But the characteristics and the way he may do things, the things he may like, are probably going to be very different from what you're accustomed or you've been made accustomed to. You're going to have to allow room for that, and just be in a position where you are ready to embrace a new normal. But by no means are you to say, well, I'm getting ready to move on to a new relationship, so I'll just forget the lifetime I spent with a man that was great and gave me children and gave me great memories. Any man that would require that is too immature to occupy that position in your life. And so that's my answer to that. I can't see, because I'm in the sun, so I can't read your comments. But that was a question I got. And trying to walk, talk in the heat and hold this phone at the same time is wearing me out. So I love you. I hope that helps a little bit. And let me know how it works out. God bless. Now let me see how do I get out of here now? This is so unprofessional. This is why I like to do this in a controlled environment. Let's see, maybe that's it. Have a great one now.